Hello everyone, hello YouTube, this is Felipe, o Gato de Salto, and today I'm here to talk to you about samba and drama and enemies and evil people. So yeah, everybody, I'm here to talk to you about samba and drama within the samba community. And since you guys just saw the beautiful dramatic cat, look who is here today. Hey Basti, this is Basti. Oh, mwah. So you will see a tail wiggling, don't worry about it. It's just Basti taking care that everyone is fine here. Why, Felipe, did you decide to make a video on drama and fighting and enemies and conflicts and all of that? Our samba world is beautiful, but there is a lot of drama in our community. And you know, I am very lucky. I get to travel the world and teach samba everywhere, and in every city that I go, I hear about stories of dancers against one another, or you know, baterias who exclude those musicians and they are excluded. And even myself, I had a huge drama recently with the samba school Baturin here in Vienna, my previously samba school. I got kicked out. I made everything is in a video. I'll leave the description to this polemic hot video up here so you can watch it in case you want some tea spilled. I got criticized a lot about that video. Why did you name people, Felipe? Why did you have to name everyone? And you know, I think mean people and evil people, when they do something consciously, or when they do something and don't apologize for it, or if they keep going in the difficult direction, I think they don't have anything to fear, right? So if they don't have anything to fear, why should they be concerned whether or not they're named? I don't know. Anyway, but moving on, what I would like to say is that, as we all know, in our community there is a lot of drama all over the world. Everywhere I've been, I have seen it or heard about it, or even, you know, witnessed it. I would like to perhaps talk about 3 sources of dramas that I have in my life, or had in my life, or sometimes encounter again. One I'll name just because I named her in the previous video, which is Lucia, a samba dancer from here. And a few things that she did to me, like when she would come after my students and sort of, you know, tell them that they can only perform if there's a choreography, because they're not capable of improvising, they're not advanced enough. Of course she wouldn't say with these words, but this was implied. She would always like pick the weakest member or the most insecure member of the group, you know. And then there were all the homophobic comments about me, and eventually she trying to get more and more power and influence within the samba school, which happened because I got kicked out, so that's fine. And she spreading rumors about me in the last in a big event for dance, that I am somehow I am very mean, and I am very, I don't encourage people in my classes, that I'm very mean to them, and I told people that they can only do animation, they are not good samba dancers. And if anyone watching this or know me or been taking classes with me, ever taking classes with me, you know this is not true. But still, there's a lot of, some people, they just like to spread rumors like this or being mean. But we'll analyze that in a second. I'd like to also mention 2 other people, that things that were made. Like, one is extremely protective and territorial, possessive. With me, she was always saying that, Yes, when you came to teach around my area, I didn't do anything. I was very supportive. And then in another circumstance, she was talking about her photographer and how her photographer is good, that the pictures that her photographer took of me are amazing, even though, I contacted that photographer through other people, didn't even know. And like, the photographer is an independent person, you can't really own a person. But there are some people who are also like that, like very territorial. This is my music, this is my choreography, this is my photographer, this is my country, this is the area where I teach. It happens as well. And finally, another person that on my face always sort of tells me, that likes me very much, but behind my back it's a bit weird, doesn't really support me, and I don't know, I can't help but think that that person is perhaps jealous, I don't know. But anyway, Samba drama exists among dancers, exists with me, and this is why I'm telling you this, so you know that you're not alone. It happens in every country I've been, I promise, and it happens to me, as I was just telling you. So there are a few things that we can do about it. The first one is, of course, communicating and trying to communicate whenever a situation happens like this. So I suppose it's better to address the issue quicker rather than waiting to address it another time and perhaps think, I don't want conflict now, so I'm not going to address it. Oh, it's fine. But then this starts growing and growing and getting to a huge snowball, and there's no way you can stop it. Talking about it, especially if it's face to face, is a great idea to actually try to already start dissipating the tension before it even escalates to a conflict. Another great strategy is actually trying to find the common ground, like, hey, we both want to achieve this, or we both want to do that, and try to find similarities between you and that person. That might not always be the case, but it's worth a try. But then some people, they are just mean and they're just evil, and that's probably for a reason. This is also something that you should keep in mind, that some people have difficult lives or have difficult pasts or are insecure with themselves, and they end up being mean to other people because they can't do the opposite, they're unable to. So it's important for you to understand that sometimes you are not the problem. You can actually stop and try to think or figure out the reasons why they're mean. But the point that I want to make is that eventually it's just easier if you accept their mean. Accept it for yourself in your heart, and you can actually deal with it a lot better. When you accept that a person is evil or mean, you start comparing, and you can see things that you do or you would do and how that person reacts, and you start creating some self-value, you understand? And eventually, if you see it that way, you can actually forgive that person, and most importantly, move on. Let that person behind. And as soon as you decide to move on, really move on. Do whatever you need to do. Block on social media, ignore, or just really step away. It's at some point it's just easier for you to avoid in all this negativity. I know it's extremely difficult because I'm constantly confronted with it as well. But something that always helps me is actually to count my blessings. I always like counting my blessings in such a context, because I see that maybe there's no reason for me to be upset. If they have a problem with me, if they are upset, if they have a difficult life, I feel sorry for them. But I'm here, I'm doing my thing, I'm healthy, or I'm getting healthy, or you see what blessings you have in your life and you feel thankful for them, and you can actually forget and forgive and forget, or forgive and not forget, but move on from all the negativity that other people can actually cause you. Now, of course, perhaps you do have situations that are rather not that deep, but I know of people who had dramas that involved police and things that got really, really out of control, And there's one exercise that I like to do a lot when that happens, which is having a conversation or even writing a letter with that person, to that person, but not really. Sort of going out, getting a quiet corner somewhere, or even in my room, and writing a letter, everything that I would say to that person, or even saying, if it's a conversation, what I would say to that person, expose my sides, ask questions, just in order to be able to forgive and move on. You know, I think this is very, very important. I remember watching a philosopher talking about that if you are trying to get somewhere and there's a barrier and you can't cross it, but you keep trying to go through that barrier, but you can't break through, you're just causing yourself harm. You know, sometimes it's better to deviate, go under it, go above it, go around, or just try a different way, move away from that negativity and that barrier to try to achieve your own goals. So I know this video was very light in a way, but I am aware that many people, many dancers and musicians do have drama in their lives. So just wanted to remind you people that you are not alone. Please leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, and let's interact. Let me know if there's anything I can do to support you. Okay, so see you next time with a beautiful, informative video, a chat, dance tips, or history from our beautiful Samba world. Bye!